Hello. Okay, everything still works. Nice. Man, I can't believe how music works. So I play this song. I'm like, okay, it's Pokemon. But I don't know what. Like, I don't know what Pokemon. So I have to go to this like 8 hour long video to try and find the theme that I was playing. And then it's like always in a different key than what I'm playing it in because I suck. Don't have perfect pitch. And then it's like some random theme that I just like didn't even know it was that theme. And it sounds a bit different and the chords are a bit different, but I still like my version. And then do you have perfect pitch, John? I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. But I'd be less surprised if you didn't. Anyways, fucking Verdanturf. Verdanturf. You spent $5 on Perfect Pitch app. Hello, Avalonian. What is a yem? Yem. What is yem? All right, we're doing it live. We're jumping right straight into the deep end here with the CSW aeroliths. I just want to make sure. Yeah, make default. Oh, that's the big one. Boom. Make default lexicon. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. We did it. We switched. Oh, you didn't mean to send that. Okay. And hello to YouTube. Anyone's in YouTube, say hi. Switch to live chat there. You thought that last song was When a Child is Born by Boney M. I don't even know that. Yeah. You know, make it even more historic, Ian, if you said AN instead of A, historic. What an historic, you know, when people do that, I find it hilarious. They're like trying to be cool. What an historic moment. Yeah. I mean, it's not, this isn't, you know, I could change it right back to this bullshit, which I won't do. And let's see how good we do on the Collins nines. Probably gonna get like 50%. Ooh. I feel like that one's NWL. Hollow Fight. Yes. Ridiculed. Fluffiness. Hey, this is easy. Is it Tipsifies? Is that Collins? Nice. Um, You can just try shit. I think this might be just a normal word. Okay, vegetably, yes. Melanides. Oh my god! That's not even a word. Jesus Christ, I knew that. Endemial. I knew that. I don't think that takes an S, yeah. Surpluses, yachtings, scoopless? Oh no, this is I think I know this one. Okay. Lots of NWLs here. This is not representative of a normal. Oops. There, that's a Colin. Oh. Hi, Muffin with Tentacle. Yeah, Anistoric is not historic, yeah. Appraisal. Fallow ear. Just Collins, okay. Bottomist. Oh, it's not it. Bottom set. That's Collins. It doesn't take a fucking S. That's great. I'm gonna remember that. Oh. I think I know. Oh, anti-illegal, right? No, I think I know this one. Genital. Algenital. Maybe I don't know it. And that's what I'm gonna have to be saying all the time. Maybe I don't know it. Maybe I don't know it. Latinoism? Okay. Don't cancel me. But I already do that for 9s. It's fine. Ruckist. Duckers. Entangles. Pentangles. Auction, cautioned, education. That's the normal one. Hydroxium, is that Collins? Yep. This is easy. So easy. Is that Collins? No. Exandrial. Alexander. We know this word. Someone played it. Does everyone know the story? Trithings? That's good in NWL? What the fuck? What is this one? This is Collins, isn't it? Toggering is Collins. Asper. Hey, I knew that. Nanowatts. Nanowatts. What am I doing? All right, 75%. That's about what I get in NWL. Hey, let's go. Am I solid on the Collins 2 to 8s? No fucking way. What? You just got trolled, Avalonian. Barely solid on the 3s. Maybe not even solid on the 3s. All right. Did I beat? I beat Jack Moran, who's my new rival, but I had 11 more errors. All right. Well, solid like a marshmallow. So Deldar gets all of them usually, maybe. Jeff gets some. Dr. Bing usually gets some. Jelamokas gets a lot. Nice, Jelamokas. Choco PB, I know that guy, Pete Armstrong. I don't know Quagga. I know Reinked. I know Akshay. I know NJ Devil. Okay. Oh, maybe my new rival is M. Francelon. Let's see. Or maybe it's Muffin with Tentacle. Could I get all of the 8s in Collins? No, impossible. We'll try though. All right, Michigan. Is this Collins? No, I don't know why I tried that. key screen. Sensed. Like, this is normal. I don't know why I'm just doing all these weird shits. That might be Collins. Might not be. Dystocia Plushier. That looks like Collins. Bondmate. Let's see how, like, accurate I am on which ones are Collins. Dynamize is Collins. Fleshpot. None of these. Listless, siltless. Oh. Slitless. That's NWL. I should know that one. This is all NWL. How many are there here? Wow, 3 more. I feel like the last 2 are probably Collins. Oh, man. Collins. I was able to guess it, at least. I said I would do it, right? Like, I said I was doing this when I returned from Atlantic City. Oh. No, this is NWL. I just get it wrong. Oh no, this is Collins, but I know it. Okay. I know that one. I'm gonna get so many mistakes. That's okay. Opulates is not a word. What is this? Pedalus. This is like NWL, isn't it? Yeah. Huh. So that's the thing I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna be like guessing things that I don't need to. That's okay. Epi. I mean, I have no choice, right? Like, why did Cesar change this? He just changed it to be NWL 23, just randomly, before the dictionary was updated. Upmakers, Collins. Dog sleds. Green band. Oh. That one looks like Collins. Burstant. That one looks like Collins. %73%. I got more 9s in this shit. I got more 9s than I got 8s. Alright. These are both Collins. Geoprobe I just missed. Free Will I just missed. Turbants I said it was Collins. Tubicle I said it was Collins. Said these 2 are Collins. So I didn't say anything. Collins. Ilka Days. Ungreedy. Behoting. Should I be putting these in my card box immediately? Cut grass, I said that one was Collins, so I fucked that one up. Missed pleasure. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NWL misses. It's pretty bad. Yeah, what should I do, Muffin Tentacle? Should I just, like, should I just start a list? A notepad list already? Just learn them, yeah. I think I know behote is a verb already. Greyhead I didn't know. Yonsum I didn't know. Ilkade didn't know. Serpula, I kind of knew that one. I didn't know it took an E. Oh, and resensed is columns. Didn't even realize that. Tool case, smouse, smousing, and sumings. Tubical, turbant. Milton word, great. Epipaulic and epiploic. What is an epiploon? What does my card box even look like after so much time studying? I have a very small card box and I don't use it. But hello, Master Doe. You're coming Sunday, right? I have you marked. Yeah, anyways. I don't know. Maybe I should start card boxing again. Let's go to the sevens. Same location as last turn. Yeah. Wow, I didn't remember that was a word. No. It is not. Crestly? Windung. What? Wind gun? Wind gun? Okay. Hey, Blue Felly.
Scorball.
Are you... Did I even sign you up? I don't remember, Master Doe. I can check. Maybe if I remember. Thank you, Blue Felly, for resubbing for 15 months. Yeah, as a pub tourney. This is Collins, by the way, so if you don't want to see this, you don't have to. Vaporia? Apivora? Pia? I don't know. Hello, RC. I can't clear this whole thing, but I appreciate the compliment. I'm very bad at this for my level. There are many, many players lower rated than me that are much better at this than I am. But I'm working on it. Wait, I just guessed the same thing twice. Nice. What? I don't know. Senjai. Oh god. Subunit. Looks like Collins. Grown. Wincher. Collins. I think there are a lot of Collins words here. But there's probably some NWL words that I'm just not getting. Smaragd. Oh, this one's looks familiar. Maybe not. So Anthers, Thenars, and then there's a Collins one. Huh. This is terrible. This is the new reality, though. Vehicle. I can't anagram that word. Ischium. This is also NWL, I think. Oh, and I had slurped and whatever. Okay, Toro, I know. Didakia. I don't know that one. Didakii. It's a lot of different spellings. Mist Spheral. Gladius. Hartons, I guess I should have guessed that. Roki. Rokiest. Gomokus. Bowsies, I could have guessed. But I might not have found it. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't get. Did I guess like Viopara? I don't know why I couldn't get Ovipara. Yeah, Drupals and Slurped, I just didn't look at. Clister, yeah. Okay, Ginnies. And Cacodil spelt with 2 Ks. Interesting. Wait, what? You didn't find one, RC? I go lower and lower, so you'll find one eventually, for sure. You're so tempted to completely switch to Collins. Problem is your club is small and exclusively. Yeah, it's the case for so many people. How's it going, Itchite? Hi, React. This is Collins. Hide your eyes. What the heck is this? I don't know. Oh, Shogun. I just keep guessing the wrong things because I'm like assuming. This is so annoying. I give up. Unhang and what? Chrono trigger. Auraria. It's crazy how like few I actually know, but I like they come up. Aware? No. Huh. This is probably some Maori word. You found one. Let's go, RC. Nice job. Amoeban. Argyle. Oh, sorry. I still haven't fixed the stupid Nightbot. Sorry that you got timed out. In YouTube. Get bag. Oh, yeah, hi Meadows. Yeah, I want it to be Chrono, but it's not. I can play that one Chrono Trigger song. Yeah, I always get that one wrong. What did I not guess? That one. Oh yeah, that's that one. I've played Nigiri before thinking it was valid in NWL, but it's not. Colory. Okay. What is this one? Dories? Isn't this one, maybe not. Tabery? This one's definitely NWL. I can't get it. Okay. Metix, it's not NWL. Never mind. Door-Eyes and Roseed. Okay. I'm writing these all down. I don't know really if it's gonna do anything. Cohorn. It's crazy how few words I know in this dictionary. Tarboy Eugen, which is a freaking adjective. Moria is like in Lord of the Rings. Rupias. Where, which doesn't take anything. Not very. Oh, it's actually kind of a useful word. And Lupin, I can't get. Yeah, I know that one. Grail. Hungan. I checked everything except that one. Okay. It's a lot of CSWs. What are the CSWs that I guessed? Unturn, Igiri, Oraria, Blanky, Colory, Daishuri. Okay, I got some of them. Hi, Real Skill. How's it going? Excited for Sunday? Yeah, I can do Corridors of Time. Complain to your dictionary of choice. Yeah. Yeah, but in a month, like, the NWL dictionary has absolutely no business declaring itself superior to CSW. Are you? Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe Bluefelly knows this song, the theme. I just started playing it earlier. Oh, maybe he doesn't know it because it was from um, a later Pokemon. Anyways, if you're just joining and you can figure out what that's from, you're better than me. It took me like an hour. I just randomly played it. It's like probably one of my, not like my favorite Pokemon theme, but it was from some random city. Yeah, not lose on time. Yeah, just play fast then. Just play. Then you won't lose on time. But I don't know. The problem is you probably have other latent goals, right? Real skill that are going to cause you to get low on time. Oh, sounds good. Thank you, Meadows. Your go-to is Mario 2. Yeah, how does the Cars of Time theme go? Like, what key is it in? I don't remember. Um, thanks. Is that right? I don't know if that's the right key. I don't think it is. I don't think this is the right key. Doesn't feel familiar to play. I don't really know anything. The reason I can play Cars of Time is because I've heard it. Someone else playing it, and I'm like, holy shit, that's beautiful. I never actually played Chrono Trigger. Oh, you played Jackson, only lost by 20. Let's go. Nice, real skill. So you're ready. No, it's the wrong key. Oh, this is annoying. Anyways, I'll figure it out eventually. Let's finish this first dabble into CSW. It's gonna suck to miss so many words I don't know. Whoops, I didn't. I just screwed that one up for no reason. Is there another one? I don't know. It is freaking Halse. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know that one, but I can guess it. So cool! Damn it. Damn it. What is it then? Holy crap. What else can I guess? I don't know what else I can guess there. Sad. I know this one. Bhadra. Huh. What is this one? This is driving me crazy. Well, okay. Oh yeah, because of Barghest. Yeah, that makes sense. Oops. That was just a unforced error. Is there... Huh. I don't know what the last one is. Or maybe I do. Doug Polk. Oh my god. I knew that one. Oops. I didn't realize I was going so low on time. Okay. Hello, so long, Scorpex. Welcome. Thank you.
Oaks.
That's not gonna help. Not natus. A buttock. Okay. Twals. Septa. Yeah, please. 100 bits for every missed word. Muffo tentacle. I mean, come on. I'm waiting for it. Not. Yeah, I just didn't have time. Speed is a CSW, I meant. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Jolokas is still making mistakes on the fives. Oh, you messed up. You messed up. 33 mistakes. 33, even more than Zegler Bay. Hello, Hoju. I was lucky. I just had to guess. Can I get all of these is the question. I should be able to get all of these. I should. God, it looks so weird. I almost forgotten that that was a word. Oh, whoops. That was just... Okay, 2 mistakes. How fast was I? I feel like I was pretty fast. 91 seconds left. Not that bad. Faster than Muffin with Tentacle, who types with one finger. Switching like a true coward. Wow, Dustin, those are strong words. Yeah, I'm switching lexicon. I'm giving up on the North American lexicon. Oh no, I guessed. I guessed the slur. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, that was dumb. I shouldn't make any mistakes on these. I do know these ones, but I did make a mistake. Oh my god, so slow. Damn. Very slow. All right. It's actually, yeah, it's more cowardly to not switch. Like, hiding behind. Like, how long am I gonna just hide behind this? Huh? Hide behind the false reality of being the top player in North America. Like, it's a cowardly thing to just like, you know, just act like this is like I'm number one, which I'm not. If I had the same rating, I'd be 19th, but I mean, these ratings are inflated. Yeah, y'all have such inflated ratings. That's crazy. Jello still has a 2100 rating in NWL. Are there more CSW versus NWL? Yeah, no, there's more NWL, especially in my area, but anyways. Finna to get swole on the NWL. Okay. You're really learning those words. Hopefully most of them make it to Finna 2. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah. Hopefully most of them make their way to Collins, but I don't know. I'm gonna make a video about everything. So, Muffin with Tentacle is obsessed with the word shart. I don't know why. I think it's at the end of the year, Blue Felly. I don't know what's happening. In any case, let's look at some games. Let's take a look at some tournament games I just played. So, NWL players rejoice. Back to your comfort zone. Oh, I had another. Huh. So, do you like that React, really? So eventually I will show you something hilarious that happened with regards to everything taking an S. I've seen the definition. I popped into Muffin with Tentacles stream, yeah, last night. And I saw. So, I will warn you guys, like, okay, let me, I guess, show the tournament that I just played in. And it was cowardly for me to play in the NWL division. But, Yeah, a performance that mimics some of my performances in 2023, you know? So maybe I'm not totally washed up, right? Performance rating of 2400. Um the thing is, like, this was like a I was like a shark in this tournament because I was almost 200 points higher rated than the next best player. So, like, yeah, normally that means it should be as close to a guaranteed win as it comes for a top division, a competitive top division, by the way, because we had 18, 17, 16, 15, and 1400 players. There's just nobody 1900 or 2000 or 2100. But yeah, it went well. Only lost 2 games, and this is not indicative of like that I played really well. I did not play really well. Um, yeah, definitely not my best performance in terms of how well I played, but I did draw quite well, so that helped. And I was probably still playing better than my opponents usually. In any case, let's check out the games. I'm gonna have to start timing y'all out if you just like just, just let it go. Yeah, it's a funny definition. Not funny anymore. That's for sure. So my first game was against Richard Popper. Well, yeah, I think I played at like a 2000 level, probably, but I drew very well. It's really hard to tell like what level it is that you play at. Yeah, dude, 2000s are bad, man. 2000s are bad. Scrabble. Make a lot of silly mistakes. They're just better than everyone else. Oh, you want me to do Richard Popper? So I said on Austin's stream just before I quoted him, a very long time ago, he was getting kind of destroyed on Woogles. And he sent a message. He's like, this is ridiculous. Do not invite me to play again. When opponents get all S's and all blanks, it is not fun. Goodbye. I don't remember exactly what he said. Yeah, he's a funny guy, quirky guy. He did very well in the tournament. He came top 5. Your cat plays at 1000 level, yeah. No, your cat plays at Nigel level, I thought, Muffo Tentacle. Yeah, we love Richard Popper. And he's a player that, I mean, his skill level has declined, I think, slightly. Thank you for the raid, Austin. About to say some things that might be construed as shit talking, but is not. Scrabble. Yeah, his skill level his performance level has declined slightly. But sometimes, like when he's not having a good tournament, it shows a lot. So we're talking about my opponent here, Richard Popper. But like if he's not having a good tournament, you'll notice that he has extremely negative spread. But like not that, like he wins by like a little and loses by like hundreds. And that's an indication of like tilt, right? Someone's losing games by a ton, it's because they're tilting and they're they're just making really bad and rash decisions. Yes, Austin, you missed me doing the CSW aeroliths for the first time ever. Defaulting aerolith to CSW. And yeah, overall just being terrible again. This is how it feels. But yeah, like there's a player that is known for doing this in North America, and she has a reputation for basically, like, if she thinks she's not drawing well or not having a good game, she'll just constantly just exchange, like just exchange when she shouldn't be exchanging, just score 0, and that's how it happens. Basically, when you exchange too much, you're going to lose your games by a ton a lot of the time. And so Richard Popper started doing that, I've noticed, in a lot of events. But in this event, he did well, so he didn't have that happen. And yeah, if you catch him at the beginning of a tournament, he's playing like pretty well. He's playing like 1700, 1600 player. So without further ado, let's start the first game. This is round 1. Atlantic City. So yeah, we're going to do some game analysis. Maybe I'll play some games after. We'll see. Sounds like Dustin's tactic. The only 2 times we played this person, they've gone crazy against me like this and almost beat me both times. Really? So like, just like exchange until they bingo? Interesting. And this must have been a long time ago because it didn't, like I said, it's gotten worse. Yeah, he opened horizontally. And I've said this before, I think a lot of you remember this, and I'll say it again. I do not actually cheat in over-the-board Scrabble, but sometimes, based on what happens, I feel like this OCD like kicks in and it's like, what if I am cheating and I just don't know it? Like, how is this happening? Like, so many tournaments, more than I can count, the first letter I've drawn in the first game of the tournament has been a blank. And that is not okay. I don't feel like it is representative of like probability. And it happens over and over again. And I literally just turn the first tile over, it's a fucking blank. This has happened at least like 5 times in the last like 5 years. And if someone maybe could calculate the likelihood of that. But obviously every single thing that happens, and I want to rehash this over and over again, there's this fallacy that people fall into in Scrabble. Yeah, clip it, whatever. There's this fallacy. They can't take the $10,000 back, you know, it's too late. There's this fallacy people fall into in Scrabble where they're like, oh, that was so unlikely, I can't believe that happened. When in reality, literally everything that happens in Scrabble is extremely unlikely. Every single rack you draw is absolutely incredibly unlikely, but that's just the nature of drawing random tiles out of a bag, if we can call it random. So it's like, oh my god, like, what are the chances? I mean, it doesn't help you to know what the chances are. You're not going to be able to understand the scale because it's just so unlikely. So people will find patterns and find coincidences and be like, this is crazy. And it is. Like every coincidence is like that you can, every pattern that we can find within randomness or pseudo randomness is pretty cool. That's just what we do. That's how our minds work. But the patterns that you are seeing are not the patterns that you are not seeing. And there are tons, like orders of magnitude more patterns that you aren't seeing than ones that you are seeing. And that's what we need to remember. So what's the likelihood of drawing a blank as your first tile? What is it, 1 in 100? Is that how that works? As your first tile, who the hell knows? Probability. But the fact that it's happened to me, 2 in 100, yeah, 2 in 100. I have not played enough tournaments for it to have happened like 6 times or however many times it's happened. I feel like it's even more than that. 9 out of 100 like the A's. Stop it. Yeah, that's the difference between having one specific thing happen to you versus many, many unlikely things. Yeah. Hello, Quacker Diesels on YouTube. I appreciate your comment and welcome to the stream. I need to get back on that content train for sure. So anyways, there's an ad now on Twitch, so I can try and remember. Oh, I think that's, I think I found the key. I think I found it. Was that the same key I was playing in? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's the right key. Yeah, sorry for the ads, yeah. Anyways, okay, I think I figured out the key for that song. What's up, Frankie? How's it going? All right, let's continue. So first tile is a blank. And ads are ending soon on Twitch. Everyone on YouTube, it's already 10 seconds latent compared to Twitch. Can you find a playable bingo in this position for the hero? And wow, people in Twitch that are subscribed found it. Blue Felly ruined it for everybody, but well spotted. Would you be sure of this word, Blue Felly? You got to play Nagui. Nice. That's a great word. So would you be sure of the word you said, Blue Felly? Okay, cool. I figured it was like, I was like 95% that this was valid, but I wasn't sure. All right, so Turgidly is the opening play. And yeah, Richard takes a while here. He takes like almost 4 minutes, I think, to make his next play. And he gave me his rack here. And I think he realized mid-game what he had missed. But he was like shuffling for like 3 minutes. And it's kind of odd for when there's two plays on the board like this, that it takes a long time to make a move. Usually it's an indication opponent has like, thinks they're close to a bingo, which is what I figured. Because yeah, after a while he ended up playing Oily for 14. But unfortunately he had a much better play. This position. And yeah, it's a very high probability word. He just didn't really think about playing from the D. Dariel's was his play. Yeah, of course, something like Oda is 24. It's also quite a lot better than Oily if you miss the bingo. But yeah, like I said, people at certain ratings play worse than you think they should be. Yeah. Luckily he missed this. And hello to Mika on YouTube. Yeah, it's a decent idea. It's definitely a decent play. So Mika asks, "Hi Josh, I'm a young Scrabble player. I'm trying to memorize new words. Right now I struggle with clunky, consonant leaves. What words do you suggest practicing to start?" Clunky. So you should definitely study the high 4-letter words and even 5-letter words if you can. So like words that contain J, Q, X, Z, K, I guess. Those are very important. There's also words that come up a lot like VUG, VUG, G, VUGH. Those are really useful. And what I would say is, instead of trying to look for what words to study, you should also consider just playing a lot. Because if you play a lot, especially in Void Challenge, where there are no challenges, so all words are valid. If you play a lot, then you'll familiarize yourself with those words. If you look over your games, you'll see what words you missed, and those words will come up over and over again. So that's what I would say for that. But yeah, clunky consonant leaves are one of the worst things and one of the most difficult things to trudge through in Scrabble. So yeah, hopefully that helps. All right, so Oily is played, and I draw a pretty nice rack here that is way helped by the play of Oily. Yeah, before that play, I didn't have like great options. So I was just waiting to see what Richard would do. I was probably going to play Reflux before he made his play. Jalamoka spots the dagger, links for 57. And, you know, this is a word most of us know. Maybe we all know this word. But it took me years and years to start consistently seeing it over the board because it has a very weird formulation. This one, Onyx and Oryx, ONYX and ORYX, are very hard to spot sometimes for a lot of people. And at some point, I think I was given an ultimatum by my coach at the time, my mentor, Jason Lee, like, you better not miss this word again. I was like, I missed it again. He's like, you better not. This is the last time you're missing it. That's enough. Like, I was like, yeah, you're right. And I haven't missed it since. Hello, Cloyce. And hello, Ancient Cosmographer as well. Welcome in. Some game analysis. And so here I thought that, like, Richard was going to fall into his old ways because he told me that to the Arias, I think he said he drew OOA and he just exchanged OOA immediately. At least that's what he told me he did, or what I remember from what he told me. And again, this is too hasty. He was upset with his draw, but Oda is 24. And well worth playing here. But yeah, he only took 15 seconds. After I played Lynx, he took 15 seconds to make his decision to exchange. So, yeah, very clearly not considering the position long enough to make a good decision. And that'll be the end of my criticism of Richard's play and the start of the criticism of my own play. Is DefineBot not working? Oh, I didn't connect it. I'm sorry. Huh. I don't know why I forgot to do that. Yeah, it's working now, Chloe. Sorry about that. So, in this position, I spotted two potential bingos. The first one I spotted was Sniffler. And of course, this word may or may not be valid. You either know or you're guessing. It makes sense, someone who sniffles, but is it really a word that people use enough to be valid? And the only way to remember things like this is by association or by having an insanely good memory. Association is a good idea because, yes, Bluefelly mentions nifflers, which is not a word, but it is a beast in Fantastic Beasts. And if you've ever watched Fantastic Beasts, you might be familiar with a niffler. And that way you can remember niffler's not a word, but sniffler is. That's a way to remember this is a word. And yeah, the reason that I did not play this word is, yeah, maybe partially because I thought I might get challenged, but mostly because I didn't want to have to decide whether or not to challenge an S hook on it. So this is the beginning of what I should describe as extremely risk-averse play in this tournament. Because when you're much higher rated than everybody, you can afford to make mistakes, small mistakes, or reasonably sized mistakes. You can afford to miss bingos in early game situations. But you can't afford to lose turns in pivotal situations, in swing situations. So my logic here was I didn't want to, like, mess up and challenge snifflers when it mattered, or maybe get this challenged off. And I just didn't remember, and I decided that my memory was that this wasn't a word. And so I didn't want to, I was therefore going to challenge an S hook if I played it, and I didn't want to be wrong and challenge my own word. But I don't have to play this. There's another bingo available, and that is snuffier. And this is a word I also saw, which I just did not at all recognize. Although I should have played it, because I should have, it's very weird to say this, but I should have, like, honed in on the fact that I saw it, but not just saw it, that I just kept, like, repeating in my mind, fun fires, fun fires, fun fires. And the reason my mind was doing that to me is because I've come across this word before, snuffier, in studies, and my mind will see Funfires first before it sees snuffier. And I'm sure every single time this has come up in studies, I have solved and guessed snuffier, and I haven't guessed Funfires, but my mind will still see it. And that's another form of association. If you associate more than one word within an anagram, chances are you're not making that word up. So I should have honed in on that and played snuffier. And once again, it's up to my opponent to challenge. But lately, not only have I been very scared to lose turns, because it just seemed to be recently in the last couple of years that when I do phony against like 1,600, 1,700 players, they challenge it off and it sucks. Too much of the time. Of course, like I get away with phonies most of the time that I play them, I think, or a very large amount of the time, but I don't get away with them enough to want to play them. And so I sort of just have lately just played very safe when there were words I was unsure of, and not opened up the possibility of losing a full turn. If I can score 40 rather than 70, and I'm already ahead by 76, there's no need to take the risk. It's, of course, a very unfun way of playing, and it's also an excuse for talking myself out of words that I should be playing. But it's the state. It's the state of my word knowledge. After Pinholder, Jellimokas, remember, you were a 2000 player playing Pinholder against me. It was a totally different situation. Yeah, Bloaty or Laborate, Sailor Dariels. Yeah, that's good. Those are useful. But yeah, pleased that you remembered that fun time, Jellimokas, that you phonied me with a 9. In any case, I chicken out of both of these words and I play Fifers, which is a risk-averse play, but it's also like not. Like, what if he triples? He just exchanged 3. A lot of the time he's keeping like IE. And so the possibility of like IE words is obviously very low, but it's still there. So this was not a play I was happy to make, despite understanding the possibility that I was chickening out of words that were valid. But hey, that's what I chose to do. Hello, 5Crab. But yeah, I mean, if he has notifies or something, he's going to see it. So anyways, this is a very, very poor play. So yeah, but I'm in such a dominant position that most of the time I should still be okay, and that's what happens when you draw well. Richard takes a bit and plays Fado, so he takes around 2 minutes this turn to play Fado, and I'm very happy to see that because he doesn't triple, and he takes out the triple, and I'm up 100. And I draw this rack, which I had at Scrabble Club a week and a half ago, or exactly a week ago, actually. I had this exact rack against Jason Lee, and I played Santeems, which is the 7-letter word in this rack. Santeems doesn't have a spot on this North American board. And I started looking. I saw that I could bingo through the U. I saw through an O, it's only Stasimon. And I start looking through the Y, through the T, and I don't see anything. And then I end up playing Santimus, which I sort of had a hesitation about. And here's where my logic from the last turn completely falls apart, because this is not a word. And I had a valid word that I saw, tsunamis. But I literally had this rack at club. And I think I mentioned Santimus to Jason, and we did not discuss the invalidity of Santimu. Santimu is a word, but it is the plural of Santim. And I should know this because I know I played Santim, and I know Santimi doesn't take an S. So why would Santimu take an S? So one turn ago, I'm playing risk-averse Scrabble, and only playing words I'm sure of. And this turn, I play a word that I'm relatively sure of, but not sure of to the point where I should be playing it. And I get away with it. And I never even realized that I had phonied with this until someone mentioned it when I posted the game, the game board. I was like, holy shit, wow. No, don't worry. My CSW strat is pretty damn good, Austin. Don't worry. I play even more risk averse. You have no idea how much insane rationalizing it took me to play Tween Age at Worlds triple. Like, it took me like 5 minutes to just talk myself into playing Tween Age. Of course, it's a word I don't study, I'm not familiar with. So, like I said, this is 2000 level play. I will not agree with people saying it isn't. And of course, Richard did not hesitate. He did not challenge, and it's all good. I knew one Collins freaking. Yeah. And Richard plays Oda this time. But yeah, now this game is pretty much over. As long as I don't draw the worst letters ever, I should be fine. And this is an interesting spot. Strategy is probably going to disagree with me here. I decided to play QI for 23. My thinking was, if I play QIS for 24, plays will happen eventually, either from the queue or overlapping. And I don't like those plays because they will sometimes fork the board. And so it just makes it a little bit easier, I feel, to access parts of the board that are not very accessible right now. And so I decided I would play QI, which does block some stuff, I guess. So at least there's that. And unfortunately, there are 2 C's left. So CINQ is definitely a significant possibility. So this also has its downsides for that reason. But that should be easier to deal with than the many plays that I don't want him to have overlapping QIS. So I decided to sacrifice 1 point. Wow, strategy. Every time I say strategy is going to disagree, he agrees. So I'll just employ that strategy more often. Richard plays Herb. And thus begins this very long period of time where there are hooks here that just do not get used. Spoilers. But it was kind of weird. So I start to have some sort of awkward racks starting here. Didn't really know what to do. I probably missed a play here. What did I consider? I considered not much, actually. I considered playing Foo, which I obviously didn't want to do because this takes an L and an R, which there's still a couple of. And I do have an R, but I don't have much that I'm going to draw into that makes 4. So I thought this is a little bit needlessly aggressive. I did consider you cap a 5 crab, but I did consider playing this because somebody recently played this as a pony, and I thought it was funny. I think it happened in like one of Beth Mix's games or something, maybe in Albany or something. Did it oh, one in Hisn is a very interesting idea that I didn't consider. I like this play. Okay, so that's the play that I missed. Weisberg Komatsu. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Oh, yes, it was. Yes, I remember now. And yeah, I did consider playing Rue, which is just completely like counter to what I was trying to do with playing QI instead of QIS. So I was like, no, that's not consistent with the strategy I'm trying to play. I ended up playing Out, which I did not like this play. But I liked a couple of things about it. I liked that it got rid of a duplicate O and a U. I liked that it blocked plays from the T that could open the board, which is not a huge deal. And that it didn't open anything new. That's not quite true, but it is very important to not just like get caught into an endless cycle and adjust every turn. But I think my consistent strategy of not opening the board was a good idea here. Outer is also a possibility. Yeah, I like 1. I don't know, like strategy, do you have a play here? Hello, Zadreko. OEB14. Okay, yeah, no, that's quite reasonable. Never considered that. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of this play. It doesn't quite matter. I also wanted to like try and draw like outer coats or something. That would have been fun. If you don't know what you're doing, they also don't know what you're doing. Yeah, nice. Roos and Noose is okay. Nah, I don't like those at all. Missed 1 at 6A, which OEB14. Okay. So, what else? He plays Funk. And I draw a V. And there's still not very many plays. I did see this play of... I did consider this Renvoi play. Seemed decent, but it also just gave a triple back. And also, actually, one thing that I didn't like so much about this play is if something happens here, it's kind of harder to interfere some of the time. But that's a very, very small consideration. And I ended up playing OI here. Dude, you're a national... Wait, what the fuck? Real Skill says, I think it's important to know who is the aggro and who's control on each turn. That should change, then playstyle needs to change accordingly. Interesting. Dude, you're national champion. Don't equivocate so much with the word decent. Assert your dominance in your annotated game comments by using words like superior. Don't worry, I'll change the commentary in my annotated game on cross tables. Yeah, but then you're opening up like other ways to fork the board. I think that's ridiculous. I think that is bad strategy. I think that is bad strategy. So here I played Oi. I was like, whatever. Keep a V. I can keep the V to block things. And I block the K, and I'm scoring and getting rid of vowels. Doesn't really matter. I like this copy pasta. But yeah, renvoi is fine as well. Yeah. He plays L for 11. And I had been hoping he would bingo here, give me an A. Wait, that wouldn't have even worked. Never mind. I was hoping he would bingo here and give me an A. Yeah, I have Eventer and nowhere to put it. So, oh, I never saw the T-hook on his, did I? So there's this scene from Word Wars where people are loudly post-morteming and they're told to leave the playing room because they're making too much noise. This is a very common occurrence at Scrabble tournaments. And yeah, like people finish their games and they're just totally unaware that other games are in progress and like they're distracting. And so players are told to take it outside, so they literally take the whole board outside. And so they do, and they're just on this like hotel carpet, like on the floor with the board, and they're just like on all fours, fetal position, talking about the game, and everybody is like walking by. It's a great scene where it's like everybody doesn't know anything about Scrabble is walking by and just being like, what the fuck is going on here? And what happens in that scene is somebody mentions hooks onto a word. And I think it was Trey Wright who was playing the game. And he was like, oh, yeah, like, that's definitely a reason to do this and whatever. And then, like, he hesitates. He's like, well, I didn't even see those hooks on that word. And then, like, whoever it is, I think maybe Joel Sherman just bursts out laughing. Like, hysterically laughing. And everyone's just, like, walking by, like, what the fuck is going on? So it's like, I didn't even see those hooks. And there's, like, the nerdiest laughter. That's what we look like. So that reminded me of that scene. So here I played V. And again, I'm just sort of now just like in responsive mode. Like if he bingos, I'm keeping ENRT. That should maybe bingo back a decent amount. Yeah, there's not much to do here other than wait and keep scoring. We're weird nerds, embrace it. Yeah. Trying. So here Richard plays Sardine, which he, after the game, said maybe I should have played Sandier. That would have worked out better for him. But to RENT, I drew WTT, so I'm not going to actually be able to do much here. But yeah, Wizardist didn't even happen. Sorry, I forgot to comment on you saying Wizardist earlier. So here I considered playing Tweet, and I considered playing Wetter. And I ultimately decided to play Wetter because I was, for some reason, worried about extensions, which are very few and far in between of Tweet. And I also just didn't want to keep 3 consonants, even though there are lots of vowels left. So this is probably the right play for like spread. Like I probably win the game by more on average with this play, but I might lose a couple more games by playing this over Wetter. And the reason being, I could very much get into trouble if I draw consonants here. And he opens something up and I can't do anything about it. But it's not that huge of a deal. But yeah, when you're winning by a ton over a bingo, it's a good strategy to employ to try and minimize the variance of what you're keeping. So if you're keeping 3 vowels, that's pretty variant. If you're keeping 3 consonants, it's pretty variant. If you're keeping 1 vowel, 2 consonants, that's a-okay. If you're keeping a vowel, at least a vowel and a consonant, you shouldn't run into a lot of difficult situations if your opponent tries to like set themselves up. So yeah, I think Wetter is probably worse than Tweet, considering this is the first game of the tournament, but I went with it anyway. Richard went with Jin. And yeah, I draw 3 vowels, which is a normal draw based on what was going on with the unseen letters. And I make a quick and aggressive play here. He told me he had the blank. Is that what he said? Yeah. He said he had an I and a blank. So he said that if I were to hook Jin with the N, he would have Jinny. And then he has like the blank to hook it himself. But yeah, here I played Tegmen, which is by far the best equity play, but it sort of like opens stuff up. Where you can score pretty well with overlaps and maybe claw his way back in. But I think it's still fine. I don't know. Maybe I played Ginny. Nah, that looks bad. But yeah, at this point I'm just playing whatever and just hoping it works out. And I'm ahead by over 100, so it should work out. He plays Hid for a lot, and I regret my decision. Yeah, it's the last N, exactly. So there's really no need for me to do that. Oh shit, I didn't see this. That's nice, that's the play. I only saw like these overlaps, like bean, peen, peon. Did not see patin, which is quite nice. Here I played Begot, trying to block bingos. And there aren't that many bingos unseen, so it's a good thing to block most of them to reduce variance. And yeah, there are no dangerous letters that can go here. So this is a decent play, but yeah, patin has to be better. It scores so well. So yeah, play Begot. And like considering how many unseen A's there are, I should brace for drawing like 2 or 3 A's a lot of the time. So after patin, I'm in much better shape if I draw 3 A's than after Begot, because I'm only keeping 1 consonant with Begot. And Richard plays Vapor here. And here is an actual interesting position from this game. Of course, the game is over. As long as I score something, he can't outscore me. And it's important here to try and recognize what the threats are, like what he can bingo with here. And if the A is in the bag, he has Oracle, Auricle, and AB. So that's something I might want to address, because there are two ways that an A can be in the bag. So the most, if you look at the racks that he could have, the most likely one is the one where he has Oracle. The most likely single rack, because there are two ways to have it. So that is a thing, and so I took a long think here, and I just tried to look for other playable bingos that he had, and I couldn't really see anything. So I considered, yeah, the play of Prance, which is mentioned by 5Crab. There's also Acicula. Okay. So Acicula also playing up there, yeah. Did not recognize that as a threat. And what's cool about this position, or what I found, is that, you know, there are more talented anagrammers than me in the game, and there are words that people spot that I don't spot, especially if they actually have those words playable, versus me like trying to find them within 8 letters rather than 7. But chances are, if I look into this pool and I don't see Acicula, chances are Richard's not going to see it either, or even know it in the first place. But yeah, Al-Qaid is a thing that he would maybe see. So it is probably important to like block this lane. But with what? Prance manages to block it and actually doesn't give anything back as a bingo in return, which I didn't have the time to verify super well. But it seemed likely. And yeah, there could be bingos through the R. Doesn't look like it. I don't think there were. But Prance seems to block everything. And then there are overlaps. The problem is if I only play Apo, I'm not blocking any of these threats. And I might even be opening new threats. So what did I see that he could have with this play of Cape, which I was considering? Don't want to do Capo because that opens up a C. So I considered Cape because it scores quite well. Like, am I blocking everything? And I saw no, he could play Peculia. And I was like, well, if he has Peculia, he might not spot it. It's kind of hard word to spot anyway, and if he's already thinking, I hope he doesn't block here, and then I block, psychologically, he might not see it anyway. And it's just such a weird thing when I was considering this position again. Like, it's such an elitist thing to look at 8 unseen letters, try and find all the playable bingos, all the threats. And then once you've done that, to then weigh the likelihood that your opponent will see all of these words. And then say, oh, he's probably not going to see Peculia, and play Cape. And then this is exactly what happens. He has this rack, and he misses Peculia. But, like, he very well could have seen it. But, like, it's just so weird to be like, oh, I see this word, he might not see it. Therefore, there's added value in playing this and blocking some things. Because it's basically like saying, I am 8 times better, or 6 times better at finding bingos than my opponent is. Like, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm basically saying I'm 6 times better at finding words than Richard Popper. And then going forward with that, and it turning out to be true. Because here, he just played, what did he play? Eku? Yeah. He had like 10 minutes left and used 3 minutes and then did not spot his bingo. What did he say? He said, well, you blocked the bingo that I was looking at. And then he's like, like, yeah, probably nothing. And then he played Eku. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It felt weird. Because he very well could have just seen it. But I still actually think this is better than Prance. And my thought process is math. So 2 out of 8 times after Cape, if Richard plays optimally, he'll play Peculia. And his final score, let's just look at this. I'll win by 28. So basically, the play of Cape, starting from a position where I'm up 76, is minus 48, which I wrote down minus 48 there up top. Faculae and Faucial. Wow. Okay. Well, my calculation was 2 and 8 times. This is minus 48, and the other 6 times, it's like I estimated that it was sort of like something like minus 10, minus 15. After my play, his play, my play, his play, whatever, at the end of the end game. And so I calculated that, like, actually, no, it wasn't. I calculated in the end that, like, the value, the spread, the average spread was like minus 15 probably from this play. And that after Prance, because I'm keeping an extra vowel and scoring a lot less, scoring 11 less, that reduces my average spread by like 10 to 15 points in the end game. And when I take minus 48 twice, that's 96. And then I divide that with the rest of the other stuff. Like I'm losing like, what was it? 1, 2, 3. I'm losing 16 points if he bingos out. And if I'm already losing 15 points by blocking everything, then it's probably not worth doing unless he sees Peculia 100% of the time. So it's just this weird like calculation. What's up, WJSTIE? I should have told him about Peculia in the game. Is that what you mean? Because if I did that, that would be very bad. That would be collusion. But yeah, Faculae and Faucial, which I didn't see, so if I don't see it, he doesn't see it, right? But yeah, I did tell him after that he missed it once the game was over. So yeah, turns out that there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So it turns out that 6 out of 8 times he can bingo out after Cape, which definitely should put Prance ahead in average spread. But then you want to, and that's the thing. If I'm a computer or I'm Nigel Richards, I'm going to play Prance. And most of the time, or a very large amount of the time, I will actually lose spread by playing this optimal move. Or I don't know if it's optimal move. But I'll actually lose spread by doing this. Because my opponent isn't always going to spot their out bingo. And you sort of have to, like, if you really want to make the best game theory optimal play or whatever, you sort of have to, like, estimate how often is Richard going to miss these moves. But you have to do that from, like, full information, which I didn't have full information. I tried to access that and failed to spot the other bingos that I gave him with Cape. But even so, I might consider that play of Cape is still practically better than Prance. So yeah, I tell him after the game because he's going to find out anyway. He's going to check. And I basically I basically phrase it like, I'm really lucky you didn't see that. I knew it was possible, but I was hoping you might miss it. It was kind of hard to block. That's basically how I phrase it. But yeah, I think that like if you really wanted to calculate this out, you would put like percentages of likelihood that opponent's going to see these words. And for Peculia, I thought it was pretty low that he would spot it. So that's why I played Cape. But I didn't see the others. And maybe he would have bingoed out on me if he had those other letters. And I would have been sad. And I would have regretted not playing Prance. Or something else. And that's how the first game went. I'm really lucky that you're bad at Scrabble. Okay, strategy. I mean, those are just your thoughts running wild, you know. It's not what people think of in post-mortem conversations. Unless they're playing strategy and they know strategy is a piece of shit to lower rated players. Yeah. So yeah, WJ, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that in a tournament. That's like seriously against the rules, because you're basically giving someone an advantage that they shouldn't have over other players who would not have said that. So it's like collusion. You're trying to win by as much as possible. And so you shouldn't do that. But it would be kind. Like maybe in a casual game I would say, oh, damn, you have a bingo. And then I would still feel like they didn't see it and I saw it, so it's cool, I'm better. But like, yeah. Hello, Galumba. If that's not allowed, then it's also forbidden to tell people that have a play that you know is a phony, but they don't. So you can challenge it after. Yeah, that's also considered not allowed in tournaments. That's basically inducing your opponent to err on purpose via like words and actions. The words part is way more actionable than the actions part. Funny enough, but yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Maybe one day the rules will change and that'll be allowed. It'll be interesting. More bluffing, more psychology. I definitely employ that strategy in like non-tournament games because it's fun. Okay, let's do another game. So that's round one. So yeah, not my greatest game. And I only won by 80, and I knew at the end that I only won by 80. I knew that I messed up somewhere. That I should have won by more, and yeah, it's pretty early on. Chickened out of 2 bingos. And very funny thing happened in round 2. So I'm playing Connie Creed, who's the organizer of the event. And Connie is a character. Connie does the things JDH is talking about, sort of, not like to the extent, but does do a lot of talking in the game, which could be considered coffee housing, could be considered like suspicious table talk. But it's part of her character, and don't think she's gonna change unless like pitchforks are raised. And it's her tournament, right? She has that aura about her, it being her tournament she's organizing. Or it's like, who are you gonna tell? Who are you gonna tell? I'm the person in charge. So Connie comes over and is like, who'd you play? Well, you could, and the director was not Connie, but she's like, oh, who'd you play? I was like, I played Richard, and she's like, oh, did he whine all of the way through? And I said, no, actually, it was quite pleasant. And then throughout the rest of this game, Connie was like whining a lot. It's very funny. Uh, I love Connie. So she plays Dietary to open. But I have an even better play of Saffrolls. Very lucky. Another opening blank bingo. 2 games in a row. Telling you guys, I'm not cheating on purpose. Oh, she played Jam for 28. Oh, yeah. And don't worry, it gets pretty bad. Here I played F. Really nothing else to do here. Like, position kind of sucked. I'm not in great shape here. Because if she hits a bingo to the S, I'm not going to have many outs. So I was just hoping she didn't hit a bingo to the S or the E. And she played log for 19. Zero strategy. Yeah, thanks, WTF. Hello, Mick Mick. Does the command just not work? Oh, I don't have that command. Sorry. I shouldn't have put that in the description. But here's what the command's supposed to say. Huh. How do I do this? Sorry guys, I'm just helping a YouTube viewer. So what it's supposed to say when you say exclam CSW. So yeah, I played Gem. And then she plays this move of Ruing. I'm going to bed soon too, WTF, don't worry. She plays this play of Ruin, and I'm like, oh my god. What does this take? It takes a T. Does it take a G? I don't think it does. Take anything else? No, I think it just takes a T. That was my thought process, but the play that I ended up making just blocks it anyway. But yeah, maybe I should play Aslan. I didn't see that. The problem with this play is it so often allows for Connie to respond with just an easy 30, 40 points. But it does also block the T-hook, which may or may not be good for me. Aslan does sort of create a board that might be open long term, and not much I can do about it. Gewürztraminer, yeah. So yeah, maybe Aslan. I didn't see that. Maybe I should have considered that. This is one more point, but has some not great things. What I liked about this is that, yeah, if she does use the spot, which she does, I'm keeping PIN, and so there's a decent chance that I can bingo through the E or even the S. And indeed, I draw into this rack, which does bingo. But, hello, Bus Stop TV. But did I find the bingo here? And did you find the bingo here? No, I think Scarlet Kitty's doing fine, WTF. I think she was trying to like move last I heard, which is a huge endeavor. So when I played Saffrol's, while I was putting it down, I put the blank down, kind of was like, oh, Saffrol's, before I even circled the blank, which is like, again, most people that coffee house, it's not malicious. They're just talking about the game, and they will maybe even help you sometimes. And in this case, I start putting down option E, and she's like, oh, option E. Like, yeah. But it took me a long time to see this. It was not instantaneous. It was like, it took like a minute. I almost missed it. So pretty bad. I've missed it before too. Sorry for the ads. Twitch peeps. Yeah, these positions aren't super interesting. Just play true here. I don't want to play reshow, set up the N or the S. And she played wait, and that's what we're going to do. Should I put in my rack or should we wait? I think we're gonna wait. I will be right back to continue this game. Just give me a minute. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. So, what did you miss if you're watching ads on Twitch? I played option E. She played Vox. I played True. She said she played Wait. And I have this rack. So, basically, in this position, there's this potentially massive play of Overweak for 104 points. And it's just a question of whether this is a word or not. And so I saw this word and I was like, oh no, that's not a word. But then I thought about it and I'm like, oh, maybe it is. And what I should have done is written down the alphagram, the 8 letters in alphabetical order, because then I probably would have promptly put it on the board. The problem is when these plays come up and like okay, I mean this could or couldn't be, this could also not be a word, this could be a word. It is a word, holy shit, I'm so lucky. This basically ends the game on the spot. If it isn't a word, I'm throwing away a lot of winning chances. But I was basically just in this position like, there's no way like I'm this lucky. Like, it's not possible. I don't deserve this. And I didn't alphagram the letters. I should have, because I would have played it. It's a word that if it's given to me as a quiz, I'll get it instantly, but it doesn't mean I'm confident that it's a word. And here I played Reek for 54. But it's a 100-point mistake. You know, or not 100, 50-point mistake. You don't often see a 50-point mistake by a player of my caliber. Except you will. 2,000 players do this. This is why 2,000 players aren't 2,100 players. Anyways, very, very bad. And it's funny because one of my famous phonies, yeah, finding me. One of my famous phonies is Overtall. Got away with Overtall against an Ottawa player. So, yeah, coming back to bite me all these years later. Chicken out of the valid one. And Connie plays Rube. And before the game started, Connie was like, I'm expecting a call from the bank. Can we stop the game when I get that call? I was like, yeah, of course, no problem. Here I played Avodir. Varial is probably a winninger play. It scores 4 less. Didn't see Varial. And here, Connie actually has this rack of lingual. And yeah, she shows me. She plays it. I didn't know this. I didn't know this part. I didn't know this part. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So she's like, oh, it doesn't play. How come your bingos play and mine don't? And then she plays lingual and shows me the A. I did not realize what this meant. I did not realize. She could have won. Oh my god. Just because I didn't play Varial. Wow. Wow. Amazing. So she plays lingual. Shows me the A. And then she like, I was like, And then she's like, "Do you have BI?" That's what she said. "Do you have BI?" And that's not another way of saying, "Do you have like body odor?" Um, do I, WTF? Please elaborate. But she basically like spoiled the extensions of Lingual, which means you can't play them anymore, right? When someone says them. But yeah, I didn't. But there was a B and 3 I's left, so and a T, but no R's. 2 T's but no R for trilingual. So here I saw Kuvad, which is, you know, a game that might play that might actually lose the game, just like Avodir was. Very well could just triple do this. But I thought maybe it's still the best play for the sake of spread, sake of point differential. But I didn't play it, and I played Horde 32 instead, which is a very sad play. Because not only does it set up a sevens lane and keep poorly, but it also sucks. Those are the 3 reasons the Horde is not a great play, but at this point she was getting the call. So she gets the call, and I kid you not, this call isn't just some like 2-minute call. This call lasts 25 minutes. She's put on hold multiple times. She's struggling to enter information, blah, blah, blah. At some point during the call, she's like, "Do you do mobile banking?" At some point during the call, I take my phone out of my pocket, put it on the table, tell the director I'm going to the bathroom. Anyway, so the game just stops for 25 minutes. This is very, very bizarre. Luckily, we weren't delaying people that much. I think we got started significantly early, so by the end of our game, it was maybe slightly after everyone else finished. But yeah, it's very, very interesting stuff. That's what I'll say. Eventually, come back to the game. She plays BAP. Oh yeah, that'd be funny. I wish I had seen that. And she plays off the B, and I'm like, why didn't she play bilingual? And I think she said actually, oh, it's only, she said, oh, it's only 30. Or it's only 36. So maybe she actually had it. I mean, there were 3 I's to draw, so. Yeah, very much could have passed up on purpose. So here I have this rack. I don't see this play. This is a good play. I end up playing Auta. And yeah, I just wanted to get the game over at this point. Oh, sorry, I have to go back. The reason I didn't see Varial is because I didn't have Varial. Let's go back. Okay, so there was nothing I could do against her lingual or unialgal. There were no other bingas on Avodir. Okay. Okay. So here she played Art. And I have not this rack. So I had, yeah. Oh, that's a cool play. Could have just played Ivied instead of Avodir. Yeah, that's true. So here I played Cad. So this is a weird position where the Q is very important. So Kadi is 30 points. QADI. Then there's QI and LI. And I have to make sure that if I draw the Q, I have a spot for it. Unless with her rack she's bingoing out, she has a bingo, but she doesn't, I don't think. Now the BAP has been played, Lindy's doesn't fit anymore. So yeah, if I draw the Q, I want to have a spot for it. So I wanted to have QI. I want to have Kadi, but there's also Kat. So if I keep my A and my I should be fine. So that's what I determined. So I was like, well, I should block her from playing Kadi, keep a potentially annoying 6 letters, because if I draw a D or an N, probably an L as well, an S as well. What do I have with an L? ACEILNST. What do I have? Canistel, thank you. Jesus, I knew there's a word there. So yeah, with a lot of the draws, I guess it's the E as well, Cineast. So 5 of 8 draws, I am threatening a bingo, which is quite annoying for her to deal with. And I'm blocking Kadi, which is her best play, probably 7 out of 8, or 6 out of 8. No, 7 out of 8 endgames would appear to be her best play. She's like, oh, you blocked me, how did you know? And then she plays QI. And I go out with Caniest. And of course, Nanciest used to be a word, right? Oh, Canadees. It is. Okay, I didn't even see Canadees. So yeah, I'm threatening a bingo with every single draw except the Q. Yeah, it's very sickening. And she should block, but she doesn't. And I go out. Okay, and that was game 2. Okay, I have time for one more. Oh, there was no postmortem. We didn't have time and whatever. Although in the next game, I was like, I chickened out of over a week. Like, we had already sat down to play our next opponents, and I don't remember how it came up. And then she was like, that's not a word, and like showed me her phone, and she had put in over reek. She thought that I was talking about a 9-letter word, which didn't make any sense. But yeah, whatever. So that was game 2. But yeah, it was funny. It's a funny game. Funny game. So let's do one more. It's game 3 against Ed Roth, who beat me on stream in New Orleans. Really hoping to get some well-deserved revenge here. Idless, yeah, maybe something like that. Pretty sad, right? Chillmokas. Okay, so I don't really know how to analyze this position. Itchite. I don't want to make tea. I'm going to bed soon. Strategy or 5 crab, can you refund that for Itchite? It's a bit too late in the stream. So yeah, maybe QIQ on the star. I think COD is just like standard and clear here, right? Or am I wrong? I'd be curious to see. QI is standard? Ugh. Look at the difference in equity. Thank you very much, 5Crown. I don't know that that's true. I mean, the benefit to QI is a lot more defensive. Yeah, who knows? I'll sim it. Edplay is LUTs and gives me just the letter I need. Oops. For legality. And then Ed exchanges 5. And I draw this phenomenal rack. Of this. So, yeah, Cot won me the game, exactly. I look a long time for double doubles. I don't find any. And yeah, all I see is all of the words with the A, pro trade, parroted, predator, teardrop. Did I forget one? Prorated. I also see protrude, and there's a big difference between the play of protrude and protrade. Protrade has no hook, it's an adjective. Protrude doesn't create as big of a threat from the blank, but has hooks. Yeah, it has hooks. So yeah, all I see are those, but I also don't really put enough consideration into portered, which is probably the right play here. Because it doesn't create as huge threats on the triple, doesn't allow like easy overlaps that score and open the right part of the board. But it does allow more plays in this area, but it's still probably just a more optimal play. I played pro trade instead, hoping that maybe he doesn't know this word or is less familiar with it. Maybe he thinks it might take an S, who knows. But it's clearly a worse play. Except when he challenges. And that's exactly what he does. Which was very surprising. I was not really banking on that at all because, I mean, even if he doesn't recognize the word, like, I have so many bingos. Are you really going to challenge that? And he realized after he shouldn't have challenged. He just didn't recognize it, and that's fair. Like, if you study a decent amount and you don't recognize a word, you should trust yourself a lot of the time. But it also just was not a good position to challenge. But he was also in a very bad position after this. He's down 136. So there are 2 very good reasons to challenge and 1 very good reason not to challenge. Or I guess 2. Number 1 being I have so many valid bingos. Why would I play this? Number 2 being I'm me, I guess. Whatever that means. So here I played the very standard bow for 36, but I considered a very fun play of EAU for 3, of course. Could also play bow for 12, but why not play O and then hook it with XU and then hook the B next turn, right? The problem with this move is it scores 3 points. And okay, if I get my way, I'm scoring 52 next turn. And then if I get my way again, I'm scoring 40 the turn after. So all in all, it's under 100 points in 3 turns. It's definitely not something you want to go for. If you score 36 now, you can score 30 next turn, 30 the turn after. It's just, yeah, it's just not worth playing O, even though it's quite nice. Jukebox. Where is Jukebox playable? I don't get it. So yeah, I played Bo. Sad. Didn't play anything for content this game. Oh, just EAU and then Jukebox. Yeah, that could have happened. You're right. Didn't consider that. Here I couldn't find a good play. I ended up playing Amido. Okay, it's fine. I saw this. I didn't see this. This is reasonable for sure. This is also reasonable. I like this play actually a little bit. Maybe not that it opens this. I played Amido. Whatever. Life goes on. This game is over already. And he makes it worse by playing Hun. Just blocking lanes he needs if he ever wants to win. But I figure he's probably just not thinking about winning. I play Walked. Sort of neutralizes a lot of this part of the board by using the space in it. Then he makes a nice play here of Atabrine. Reopening the board, scoring well. He said he had an S? No, what did he say he had? Yeah, I think he might have had an S. I don't remember what he said. And then I do something really funny. And I start laying down ice wines. And I'm like, oh shit. I don't have the right letters. And then I start laying it down here. I don't usually do that. I don't usually like forget what my letters are and try to lay down a word I don't actually have. It's like sort of, this could be construed as like me trolling, but I really just forgot how to spell and what my letters were. And now I'm up by 225. But Ed does have a bingo over Ringo's, which he finds to leave him down 160 only. And I proceed to take so freaking long on this turn. Yeah, whininess seems weird. I did see it in the position. But there's something about that. I feel like I've played one of those by accident, thinking it was valid. What's up, Luckboxland? So here he blocked Mechanic. I wanted to play Mechanic or Mechanic. He blocked it. And I couldn't find a bingo. I spent a really long time looking for a bingo here. And I couldn't find one. And indeed there is none. And I saw that I could play Codex, which is cool. What's even cooler is just playing COD. And then maybe Codex next turn and M, and then maybe Codexes later. It'd be pretty cool to do that. But I decided to play COD and just fish. And I don't know how good this fish is. It just seemed intuitively pretty good. But like, who knows? Like, how good is this fish? Probably not that great. Could just score more points. But I was greedy. I played COD. And then he starts counting things. He puts this fop on the board. He's like, okay, and he's counting the other one. Like, okay, and I can hear him counting. I can hear his whole thought process. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna play it here. Which was weird to me. Why would he do that? Maybe he has the other F. Maybe that's why. Maybe he wanted to bingo with Fritz here. Because it's less points. I don't know why you would do that. And I draw the J, so my fish does not work, but at least I have this nice play of jam. And if he does have the other F, I've just foiled him. And he said, oh, now I want to have played the other one. That's what he said in the game. Fantastic commentary, I know. And then he makes just such an odd play of now for 6. I was so confused by this play. Like, I almost actually, like, it's not, like, obviously, the game is over. It doesn't really matter what anyone does. But I was just so confused. I almost, like, laughed. It was just so weird. Oh, that's not my rack. Might have had ING with that pop. I don't really. Maybe. But yeah, I drew really well here. He wasn't going to block me. I had Carnages and Recaning, so I play Recaning. There's nothing really to think about. It's only bingo. And yeah, he doesn't bingo. He plays Yor. It's just really sad. Really sad game. I have this rack 7 in the bag, and I find Althea. I consider a play. The first thing I considered was Velate, which does a nice job at like blocking parts of the board you might bingo in and gets rid of the V. And it actually might be worth 13-point sacrifice. I know that sounds crazy, but this gives back, I think, more bingos. Maybe it doesn't. It blocks the R and the P. But it doesn't block nearly as much bingos as Velate does, and the H is so much better than the V on this board, so that it might actually be worth doing Velate. But I played Althea, and he bingoed anyway without flies. And now it's the end game. I draw the other V. I play Evite. And he goes out with DO for 15 after taking quite some time. Scared the hell out of me. Thank you for this follows, X's. I'm so tired that I'm scared by my own alert. Appreciate the follow. I thought he was going to find the best play of DO for 16, but he spent a while and didn't find it, and he ended up playing DO for 15 here. So, whatever. What can you do? Not Ed's best game. And, yeah. I wanted to look at one sim, didn't I? So let's do that. Let's put this here. Okay, QI versus COTS. Hey, PBS lead. Welcome back. I'm doing well. I'm about to go to bed. About to end the stream. Sorry. Just analyzed 3 games. I have 14 more games to analyze from this tournament, and it takes a long time. When I do these analyses on stream, it takes me around twice as long as I normally would if I was deeply analyzing the game in my own terms. And man, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of hours. Trying to help y'all out and show you guys what's good, and also pick your brains about strategy. But I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys do too. So QI winning a sim by around a point. Sad. I am very sad Strategy was right. Well, that was just the residual thing. Come on, it's coming back. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. With the adjusted leaves, cod is better, right? With the preference given to vowels. No. Go on, keep simming it until they get even closer. No, not at all, strategy. I actually wanted to know. I didn't know what to play. I thought it was close. I thought it was close, but that QI was the unintuitive one. Which to me it is. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bad. And yeah, if I put in... Teardrop's also an interesting play. If I put in Portered... See what it thinks. It's gonna like it. Doesn't understand long-term decisions. Yeah, it doesn't understand your rule, right, WTF? Hey, my play is doing well. Whatever, fuck it. Alright, let's see what it thinks of EAU and Bow immediately. Setting up XU. For a second there, it liked the fancy plays. All right, should I test strategy's theory of the exchange? Oh yeah, I wanted to look at this one. Oh, this sim is gonna take forever. Let's do a 2-ply. I didn't consider Mecha. Oh my god. I just want to know how often I bingo after COD. 70%. Okay, that's probably not worth it then. 75%? Mecha is 60%. Oh, you're running it? Okay, great. Thanks, Fakra. Yeah, this is not a fish worth doing, I think. But it doesn't matter, because I win no matter what. Okay. Let's see if it likes Althea or Velate. And I should have ran a simulation to show how much more defensive Velate is. Which might not be as defensive as I think in comparison. Like Velate. Oh, it doesn't like it. Okay, and if I try to run this sim, it's not going to work, is it? It's going to crash. 3, 2. No, it doesn't crash. Let's go. Okay, after Althea, let's open this details box. He didn't. He scored over 300. He bingoed. So after Althea, opponent bingos only slightly more. Okay. All right. Then my play was fine. All right, guys. John Lee's still streaming, right? I need to sleep. I'm running a oh yeah. Yeah, 5Crab will tell us soon. We have around a minute. John is live, right? Can someone check that? I don't have my phone on me. Thank you, Master Doe. I'll add you to the tournament. I'll see you Sunday. Hey, Russ, man. And YouTube. Anything happen on YouTube? Nothing. Okay, great. So tomorrow I'm running minus 13.5. Okay, cool. Tomorrow I'm running directing a high school fun tournament, teachers versus students. It's gonna be cool. Maybe more on that when I stream next. Is John live? Please, somebody just strategy double check. Please, I don't want to raid somebody who's not live, but he's been live for like 24 hours, I think. Thank you. All right, go send John some love. He's gonna want to play Scrabble or chess against somebody, but I'm not going to. I'm going to bed.